So, after all that hype last night for UFC 200, it kind of... People are pretty disappointed. I mean, like, I enjoyed it, but I've definitely seen better events, you know what I mean? But the general discussion going on Twitter, especially after the last fight happened, like, everybody was just being like, oh, this card fucking sucked. People were saying, like, oh, this card sucked really bad. Really disappointing card. Even though the fights were really cool, you know, on paper, they never even performed like that. It was kind of similar to how people were, like, really disappointed with the Mayweather-Pacquiao fight. And there's just, like, a bunch of memes and stuff talking about how Mayweather just hugged Pacquiao and they were just, like, dancing with each other and shit. It's kind of similar to what happened last night. Like, Daniel Cormier didn't want to stand with Anderson Silva because nobody should stand with Anderson Silva. Took him down and was like, hey, I don't want to lose. And then people said that he's a lay and pray fighter, and then I feel bad because he's really not. Like, he's knocked people out, like, clean before. He has good hands. It's just he didn't want to fight with Anderson Silva. That's fine. If you were walking down the street and you see a guy that you know can beat the shit out of you standing up, and you had no choice but to fight him, what would you do? Just sit there and bang with the motherfucker until he knocks you out? Fuck no. If you gotta fight him, get on the ground and hope somebody saves you. I mean, he dominated him on the ground. Like, he didn't really take any damage. Daniel got kicked in the rib one time and it hurt him pretty fucking bad, but it's still such a small thing. That just goes to show, especially with, like, fighting events or sports events or any of that kind of shit, you can never guarantee an amazing, like, event. You can stack these cards, you can put the best teams up against each other, and just sometimes it's like that whole expectation versus reality. It's like when I was a little kid, I thought I'd be a pretty cool adult, and you know, what the fuck. Reality of it is, I never even, like, actually grew up. Mentally, physically, I got, like, hairier. My voice only sounded slightly higher than this in middle school. I thought being an adult would have been, like, the coolest thing in the world. Like, I didn't want to grow up at all. Like, the kids that couldn't wait to grow up, and I kept telling them, like, I don't know why you want to grow up. Like, if I ever talk with a kid that says that they want to grow up, no, I'm gonna tell them, no, you don't, every single time. You don't want responsibility, the only thing you worry about is, like, your grades and shit. I thought I'd be nice and tall, muscular and shit, getting laid all the time, being real cool. Nope, it's just, you know, sometimes it just doesn't work like that. It was like the one time my girlfriend told me that I can make cookies. No, I can't. She gave me some instructions, I followed them, she didn't watch me nothing, and they ended up, I don't even know what the fuck they were. It was dough, but it wasn't, like, completely cooked, and then, like, I tried to cook it more, and then it burned, and then it's not a cookie, I know that. Expectation is this should be pretty easy. It's got some simple instructions, but the reality of it is I get a charcoal ditto with pieces of chocolate sticking out of it, and it didn't even taste good. It looked like some sort of awful monstrosity. It's just, like, I knew growing up as a kid, I knew that you got more responsibility. That's why I didn't want to grow up, right? But at the same time, there's just certain things that you just can't do when you're a kid. You're not allowed to do that. You can't drive, you can't buy things all the time because you don't have your own money. You don't have that kind of freedom, right? But the thing is, it feels like you have even less freedom when you legally get these freedoms. Expectation, I thought driving was gonna be cool. Reality, I got in a car accident before I could even drive, and now I don't want to drive. It literally doesn't even make it fun. Driving is a chore at this point. I don't want to go anywhere. It's dangerous out there. It's really fucking bad. The least I could do is at least eliminate myself from being something that's going to kill me. You know, maybe I could do a little bit more working out than I do, but, you know. Getting laid, expectation. Wow, this is gonna feel amazing. Reality, you get shit dick. Obviously, a lot of my reality is pretty just bad luck. You get on to play some Call of Duty and make a montage. Expectation, yeah, I'm gonna go on here, hit a shit ton of clips, go down as the greatest sniper of all time. Reality, hit 2 quad feeds, post a mini-taj instead. I used to make mini-tages on a normal basis. I thought about making mini-tages again, but they didn't really do that well. They didn't want them anymore, so I just stopped doing them, but they were fun for me to make. I had fun with that shit. I used Michael Jackson songs and everything. I didn't give a shit about copyright. It was just fun because I just used any music I could. If I had to use the same exact uncopyrighted rock music, I would... My brain looks like that disgusting excuse for a cookie after listening to that same generic shit over and over again. I prefer rock music in montages. It's just, for some reason, all the uncopyrighted stuff sounds the exact same. It's really weird.
Jason in a 1v1.
There are so many people that join these lobbies and say shit about me 1v1ing them and they can beat me in a 1v1. I might just make videos 1v1ing somebody. Or maybe I'll just turn it into a thing if people want it. We'll see. I don't know. Expectations, I'll win these 1v1s. Reality, accept the 1v1, go 0-20 in the first attempt, and never make a video like that again.